all users, soft skills and behaviours assessment. At each of the 3 gateways shown here, the apprentice must complete a soft skills and behaviour assessment, sometimes called a 360 survey. The mentor and training provider must then also complete the same survey for each of their apprentices. To start the process, an apprentice simply clicks the link as shown here, and you can see that this apprentice is ready to do the gateway because all of the assignments are completed and fully graded as competent in their progress to gateway 1. So all we do is scroll down to gateway 1, click on there, and you can see now that there's a link to the soft skills and behaviour assessment, and we click there. And then this shows the page now where we just need to click view, and you can see that it's not completed yet. So we just click view. And now there are about 4 or 5 pages of simple statements. I'm going to go through this very quickly, but you need to spend a bit more time working on this. And you can see Unit 1.1 here is about working together and building trust. And I'll just read the first one. Which statement best describes the apprentice when working with others? 1. Ignores that they're part of a team. 2. Routinely collaborates with others to achieve targets. Or 3. Recognises when others are struggling and offers support where appropriate. So what you need to do is to work through all of these statements and click whether you grade yourself 1, 2 or 3. Now try to be honest as you're doing this, because the idea is that this is about developing your skills, not really assessing you, and your mentor and trainer are going to do the same exercise relating to you, so you'll be able to compare answers, and it's quite a useful process. So I'm just going to quickly go down and do some of these at random, and I'll pause the video here and jump a bit further ahead to save some time. Okay, here I am on page 4 of 5. I've just jumped ahead and I've graded myself as 2s for all of those, and I click next. And the final page is actually a box where we can grade ourselves and add comments if you wish in that particular box, and then say finish. Okay, and that's it, and you'll see that on the screen now it gives the date and the time. Okay, the next thing to do is that we now need to ask other people to complete the survey on our behalf. And the people that you need to ask are your mentor or your employer, possibly the same person, and your trainer. So we need to put their email address in this particular box. I'm just making up some random ones here. And this is then where we need to choose who it is, so the mentor or employer, and we send an email from here. Okay, and then we'll do another one now. Again, I'm just using random email addresses, and this time we want to say this is the trainer, so obviously this will be the trainer's email address, and you send the email to them, and that's it. And it takes you through to this screen now where it says that who we've sent this to, what type they are, whether they've completed it or not, and if necessary we can click here to send them a reminder. Okay, now what happens next is that the trainer or mentor or employer receives an email, and they can just follow a link back and complete the survey in almost exactly the same way as you did, with the slight difference that you don't need to log in. They can just complete it easily in that way. Okay, now let's assume that they've completed that, so I'm going to log out and back in as a different person where these have been completed, so I can show you the final set of results. Okay, so to save some time, in the background the mentor and trainer have now completed the survey based on what I did before, so I can now log back in and have a look at the reports. So I click on the reports here and we scroll down, and this is me, and of course it would normally be your name. This is just a random person I've got in here, and we can scroll down and see all the questions that have been asked, how you graded yourself, what grade your mentor gave, what grade your trainer gave, and the overall average. And this again, remember, is not a right or wrong situation. These are all to be discussed with your mentor and so you can make improvements if necessary. A more interesting way to look at your results is to use the spider web diagram. So we just click on the tab here and it now shows a picture that shows progress in our behaviour survey. You can make some selections here by removing ticks. Ourselves, the mentor and the trainer, leave off the average and apply the results. There we go, and you can see now the different results here, whereby the purple line is the trainer, the green one is the mentor or the employer, and the yellow one was yourself. So we can have a look at where there are major disagreements. For example, here in this particular statement you graded yourself as a 1, whereas your mentor graded you as a 3 and the employer or the trainer graded you as a 2. So we could discuss why there are differences in that. So again, as mentioned before, it's most important to say that this is not anything that's right or wrong. This is about helping you to improve your behaviour and soft skills.